아빠가 종소리 나고 내가 엉덩이 났거든?
Yeah.
경기 시간 내에
좀
이 공격은 이로타가 되지 못합니다. 오늘 정확히 노린 공격이 들어갑니다. 정확한 타격이 멋지게 들어갑니다. 오늘 정확히 노린 한 방이 들어갑니다. 공격은 멋지게 가든 이 공격은 이로타가 되지 못합니다. 몸이 풀린 듯 움직임이 더 화려하고 빨라진 느낌이군요. 시간은 이제 1분을 경과합니다. 머리를 노린 강력한 한방, 하지만 막힙니다. 머리를 노린 강력한 한방, 하지만 막힙니다. 오른손을 정확히 노린 한 방이 들어갑니다. 샤오 스위치, 현란한 움직임으로 상대를 번혹하는군요. 오른손을 정확히 노린 한 방이 들어갑니다. 머리를 노린 강력한 한 방, 하지만 막힙니다. 오른손을 정확히 노린 한 방이 들어갑니다. 정확한 타격이 멋지게 들어갑니다. 머리를 노린 강력한 한 방, 하지만 막힙니다.
VR Esports Academia 2018 GDF Showcase. This is the last game of our showcase. This is Taekwondo VR. This Taekwondo VR will be casted with On Sang-min and Jung So-rim. This is a very dynamic sports game. It's VR Taekwondo. What do you think about this? What do you think about this VR game?
I think it's a really good opportunity to see like actual real like live action.
Right, yeah.
Like being represented in virtual reality.
So,
recently, for esports has become a Asian game experimental category, so it became a very famous for that. So our country, Korea's flag and Taekwondo as VR games, if it became esports, if that went to Asia Games, that would be amazing because you'll be representing Taekwondo, the sports, within esports as Asian game. That'd be really cool, right?
right, yeah.
So just by thinking about that, that's going to be a really amazing, like, so really something to look forward to in the future.
Right, and this is about hitting each other with foot and, you know, hands, using hands and stuff. And it's gonna be very competitive as well, like a vector racing game. You know?
Anything that you go against someone and you get the feeling that you win like over somebody.
Right.
For example, like Beat Saber and Tap Sonic, you're not playing against each other.
Right.
You're playing comparing the scores.
Right.
But Speed Vector, you're actually trying to beat
the
other
others.
person.
Right.
Same with the Taekwondo. So that definitely gives more a competitive feel like esports, right?
Yeah, so we're expecting more competitive match between players, and let's take a look what it's like if Taekwondo become VR game through the screen.
e스포츠로 나왔어요. 이게 바로 영상 보셨지만 그 리허설이 되는 거죠. 네.
제가 개발한 것도 아닌데 왜 이렇게 떡이 올라가죠?
깜짝 놀랐어. 다들 찌르는 줄 알았어.
I think all Koreans usually feel that they have a very good nationalism, like pride. They have a pride of
Right, right.
So like, even me, I'd be really happy to see Taekwondo as a VR in Asian games. I feel really proud.
Right, that's right. I hope this game get more popular and we get to, you know, introduce Taekwondo worldwide.
Yes, I think it's a really good opportunity actually for Korea.
남다른 거죠.
맞습니다. 그래서 이게 저희가 일반적으로 생각했던 그런 게임의 한계를 뛰어넘어서 VR로 내가 태권도를 하는데 이게 더 재밌는
So this is like a chance to like step over the boundaries that we had before,
Right.
and introduce Taekwondo not just as a sport but as esports.
Right.
멀티로 이렇게 플레이를 할 수 있는 거잖아요. 전 세계 누구하고나 플레이가 이것만 있으면 가능한 거 아니에요?
Yes, and if you think about it, you can play with anybody else in the world.
Right.
Isn't that cool? Like just by putting on this headset, you are
Yeah.
able to compete against anybody in the world. Not even have.
Yeah.
'Cause if you're just playing Taekwondo as a sport, you gotta fly
Right.
over to different countries
Right,
and
that's
play
right.
against players.
Yeah,
But with VR,
it's physically impossible, but with VR, yeah,
just put on a headset and you're
definitely.
ready to go.
Right, yeah.
Right.
You're fighting against some people from other country with the VR and fighting as like a taekwondo match. You know what I'm saying? So this is a very great opportunity for everyone to play taekwondo with everyone.
Yeah.
사실 말씀해 주신 것처럼 아직은 내가 몸으로만 일단 예, 대전을 하고 이런 한계가 있긴 하겠습니다만 이게 진짜 어디까지 발전할 수 있을지
Yeah, so I think it's really good to remember that we always thought there were limits to like what we could do as humans, but with virtual reality, with AI,
Right.
and technology, with everything increasing, like progressing so fast, there's no more boundaries anymore. There's no more limits. You don't know
Right.
where we're gonna go with all
Yeah.
of this.
태권도 VR에 대해서 소개를 앞서서 하는
So we're gonna see the screen and take a look at the taekwondo as a VR game.
플레이도 얼마든지 펼칠 수가 있습니다. 근데
Yeah.
오늘은 여러분들에게 멀티플레이 대결을
So,
선생님들로 일단 경기를
We're actually planning to show you a multiplay situation here because we saw 1v1 player, 1v1 style in the video before we just spectated, right?
앞으로 저희가 다른 체급의 선수를 해서 저희 관계자분들이 이제 게임 안에서 누가 공평하다, 평등하다라는 것을 체급 차이를
Oh, so even if the player is bigger than others, in the VR world, it's gonna be all same.
Right, so
So-
it's all about technique.
Yeah, so everything is fair and clear. It's all about technique, how much you know about the technique. So we're trying to show that by casting all the different types of people.
Right.
공평하다. 내가 때리는 타격 점수가 그대로 동등하게 적용이 된다는 거죠.
오늘 사실 이 태권도 VR을 여러분께 전해드릴 것을 생각하면서 지금은 사실 저는 개인적으로 저 태권도 VR은 못 해봤어요. 다른 종목을
So
해봤는데
apparently Jung Soram has never tried Taekwondo VR before,
나중에는
but
가질 때마다 이게 느껴지는 거지.
so she wants to like she hopes that in the future, like right now you can't, like you're just hitting people, right?
Right.
But she wants to in the future actually feel being hit,
Right.
so that you actually have more of a realistic virtual
Yeah,
reality.
I'm not sure if she really wants that, but
Right. I don't think. But I mean, like I guess she's trying to say that she wants the more real, like the
yeah,
realism
she wants to feel.
increase.
Yeah.
But at that point, do you think it's gonna be virtual reality at that point?
I guess we can say that. We can say
I feel like
that.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
enhanced reality.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like more
Semi-reality, virtual.
Yeah, it's not gonna
kind of-
be virtual reality anymore.
Yeah.
아니 뭐 그게 또 현실이 되는 거니까요. 어떻게 될지 몰라요.
자, 일단 오늘 대결을 위해서 정민지 선수, 정원호 선수가
So for this demonstration, we have two Taekwondo actual professional players,
Right.
Chung Min-ji player and Chung Won-ho player,
Uh-huh.
and they're getting ready right now actually.
Yeah.
오, 지금 준비하고 있는 선수들이
So
요즘 있죠.
they plan to have a single play.
정민지, 정원호 선수가 멀티플레이를
Oh,
하기 위해서
so they're getting ready for a multiplay right now.
Okay.
거의 한 2분
So
동안 다리를 안 내리시더라고요.
I think for 2 minutes, people practicing, kicking. I saw. I mean,
그렇죠.
they're like endlessly practicing the kicking,
Yeah.
for this demonstration.
I'm sure the class of the kick is really different too. They're professionals, right?
Yeah, they're
Instead of like
professional.
me trying to kick something, I feel
Right.
much different.
뭐 머리라든가 가슴이라든가 이렇게 그 차별적 포인트가 있거든요. VR에서도 같이 구현을 해놨습니다. 그래서 선수들이 발차기가 가능한, 킥이 가능한 선수들이 이제 발에 대한 자유로움을 게임 안에서 표현을 해주는 거죠.
Right, so even in the VR, like, or in reality, when you kick, you can aim for the head or the body or for the legs.
Yes.
And even in the VR, they actually incorporated the angle. So the more freely you move your foot, you can kick around different areas. And that's something we can look forward to, actually.
If you use foot and hit face, you get 300 points. If you use foot to hit body, you get 150 points. With a punch, if you hit face with punch, you get 100 points. If you hit body with punch, you get 50 points.
And with combos, you get more bonus points. And so within the 5 minutes, whoever scores the most points wins. So let's watch the video.
저희가 앞서서 준비된 영상을 다시 한번 여러분께 전해드렸습니다. 이런 식으로 경기가 진행이 된다라는 정보를 저희가 좀 전달해드리기 위함이었고요.
So the video was just to show you what kind of game Taekwondo VR would be. So now that the players are ready, we're going to just go straight to the demonstration match right here.
Yep. They're getting ready for the play. 정민지 and 정민호.
Wow, like even the situation seems pretty real, like you're walking into the... Oh.
Yeah, they're showing the right side of the screen to show you what they're doing.
Right. So there's no spectators mode yet for this game, so you'll be watching in the player's perspective. So on the right screen, you are able to perceive the players playing themselves, and the left screen is where what the players see in the game. There's a big difference in scores right now, actually. Oh, not that different anymore. 1,050. Oh, 1,200. 1,500 against 1,200.
Wow. The score is almost same.
Lots of kicks being traded.
Right. So the highest point you can get is you have to hit head with foot.
I think it's pretty amazing how they're able to keep their concentration even though the screen's like going back and forth.
Right.
It must be quite dizzy for them, really. Oh, only 100-point difference. Oh.
Wow.
It's going to be really hard to predict the win again, right?
Oh, it's the same score. Still the same score. Jung-won Ho is leading the game, and the time is almost up.
Right. So this game is similar to sprint vector. Stamina and physical strength is very, very important here. Oh. So within a 2-minute limit time, Jung Won-ho player and Jung Min-ji player, the multiplayer mode, Jung Won-ho player wins.
In the beginning, Jung Won-ho player wasn't doing so good, and Jung Min-ji, on the contrast, Jung Min-ji was doing really well. But towards the end, Jung Won-ho made a tie score, and eventually he won this game.
Right. So remember how they were talking about how like different size people, it shouldn't matter. But I think there is the factor of stamina and physical strength, endurance that does play a part. Even though everything else in the game is pretty fair.
Same, yeah, fair. Yeah, I never played Taekwondo before, but this time, using VR, I can actually play Taekwondo with other people.
Right, it's like a learning opportunity.
It's like if I want to play Taekwondo, where would I go? Right?
Right.
There's nowhere to go. So if you have a VR, you get to play Taekwondo with other people.
You can learn Taekwondo too.
Right, yeah, you can learn Taekwondo too. Yeah, exactly. Right, so we can't watch this, we can observe this game as a third-person perspective, right? So that's the something that we have to bear with, right? And we can't really check what the singular players are doing right now. So
that's actually very true. So what I was feeling personally was, since I couldn't watch it as a spectator mode, like I felt really dizzy watching it.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't keep track of the score very well. It was like too much action going on, and at the same time, I couldn't really see the other person's perspective because it's only in one person's perspective.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So that's the second match.
Alright, so they're entering the stage in virtual reality.
The red is Jung Won-ho and the green is Jung Min-ji.
System incorporated into the VR so that they can sense the kicks and everything. Wow. So Jung Min-ji is always she's playing the beginning half of the game.
Right, like the previous game, she's doing really well in the beginning.
She dominates the first part. It's just that it's a matter of later whether she decides to come back, like just now. I think the strategy that the players are using is that they want to get the other enemy player a bit more exhausted, so they're making them kick the empty air.
Right.
They're dodging.
For them to lose stamina.
It's like you're dodging a lot of the stuff, and then later, since you have a lot of stamina left, you just come back and attack them.
Right.
That seems to be Jung Won-ho styles, right?
Right. As you talk, the score is tied, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
Just looking at the players like doing the kicks right now, you can kind of tell they're getting a bit tired. Right, this Jung Min-ji has won the second round.
To the last point of the second round, players got really tired and they didn't do much of kicks. We could notice they're not doing much of kicks.
Well, they're not doing a lot of high kicks towards the face. They're aiming for the body. Those are like easier to do, right?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, they're changing their strategy. They're adapting, and you could tell Jung Min-ji was actually adapting Jung Won-ho's strategy.
Right.
So after doing a couple of kicks, she backs off to dodge his attack.
Right. To have a resting moment.
And
for her.
This is pretty cool. Like how they're also, I think they're learning as they're going as well.
Yeah.
아니 근데 진짜 선수들 입장에서는 야 이게 실제로 선수들이 태권도의 경기 같은 걸 하면 정말 얼마나 힘듭니까? 근데 그걸 오늘 그만큼 그걸 현실로.
The point here is that actual match of Taekwondo is really energy taking.
Yeah.
But we indirectly could experience that kind of feeling. Yeah.
I agree. Like you could honestly, how do I say it? You could feel the player's exhaustion.
Right. Yeah.
I personally feel like as Jung Min-ji player was slowing down her attacks, I could feel my energy draining with her.
And in my case, if I throw like probably 4 or 5 kicks, I'll be done. I'll be honest with you. If I throw 5 kicks, maximum, that's all I can do, probably.
I feel like I'd be less.
Yeah.
Do not worry.
So yeah, if you are interested in Taekwondo, maybe it's the perfect game for those who are interested.
So AI, which are like bots, those ones there are different levels and different speed and different levels of technique. So you can control how difficult your AI bot will be. And then you can use those to practice your Taekwondo skills. So you don't actually have to go against real life people all the time.
Right.
You can practice with those bots, those AI, and then just work with those. So. Yeah, while we were talking, they already started the third round, so we were beginning the third round. Right now, the current score is 1-1 with Jung Won-ho and Jung Min-ji being tied.
That's right. We don't know who's gonna win this time.
This is probably going to be the deciding one. Oh, they both bow.
Yeah.
This really does feel like a real Taekwondo match, right?
Yeah. Oh, so this is in Jung Won-ho's perspective. And again, just a reminder that the red score is Jung Won-ho and the blue is Jung Min-ji. Right. This time, Jung Won-ho is leading the first part of the match.
Right, so he decided to take the initiative. Oh wow.
Wow.
Right, so since this is a competition of endurance and stamina, the best strategy for these 2 players is that they want to avoid useless or like meaningless kicks.
Right.
That doesn't get them any points. So you want to save your kicks and like use them strategically. Oh wow.
The score difference is 150 and Jung Won-ho is leading the game. Score just tied and Min-ji just take the lead, yeah.
I think they're tied.
The score's tied. Oh.
If you notice, I don't see the 2 players using their hands as much. They're using their feet a lot.
because using hand isn't gonna give you much of a score. That's why they're using kicks mostly.
Right, but if they're exhausted with their legs, I feel like it'd be nice to swap onto their wrist a little bit. Oh!
So the winner is 정민지.
정민지 선수가 정원호 선수가 확실히 좀 지쳤구나라는 게 좀 보여주셔야 돼요.
Yeah, you can just tell the Jungwon-ho player is much more exhausted than before.
Yeah.
Like his kicks are a little bit different from how he started.
Right.
에도 불구하고 그리고 또 킥의 각도도 굉장히 높고요. 그러다 보니까
And
포인트를 많이 줬어요 지금 정원호 선수가.
Jungwon-ho, from the beginning, he was doing really well, and he used the high kicks and try to get the head point. But as the game goes towards the end, Jungwon-ho got a little bit exhausted and stopped hitting the head. You know.
Right. Oh, it's actually a best of 5 instead of best of 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think there will be 2 more matches coming up.
Right. I think it's a good thing to cast 2 Taekwondo player, because imagine just pro gamers doing this match, because I can't imagine them just using the low kick, not the high kick, because we're not trained here to play Taekwondo. So I think it's a very good to have 2 actual Taekwondo player to play this VR match.
Right, having 2 professional athletes to like reenact this like Taekwondo scene is definitely more different. For example, you saw how the pro gamers were really exhausted with just street fighting.
Right. Yes.
Now that was just using your upper body. Now imagine if you were using your lower body on top of that.
Right.
I'm sure we might have an injury. Actually, we might have people collapsing from exhaustion. We definitely do not want that.
We do not want that. Yeah.
But you just can tell also like their techniques are much different. Like their kicks are super straight and like I think it's really nice. I really like this. It's really good to see. So current score right now is 2 points to Jung Min-ji, 1 score to Jungwon-ho, and as we were saying, this is a best of 5. So this depends on whether Jungwon-ho can win a point and tie. Then we'll have their 5th match. If Jung Min-ji wins, though, that's the complete victory.
Yeah, this could be the end of the game. Yeah.
Our little cute robot is here to say 3, 2, 1, go.
The match begins now.
Oh, wow. You can show closer, like, come in.
Yeah.
He was intentionally trying to taunt her, but he actually lost points.
It's not working. The taunting didn't work.
Oh, now we're pretty even right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jungwon-ho's kick angle has decreased pretty dramatically because she's really exhausted. Wow, you can see the technique. So it's not just like one kick. Jung Min-ji is using double kicks. So So I'm not a professional Taekwondo caster, but I can just tell doing double kicks in the air is definitely harder than doing one kick.
Yeah.
So Jung Min-ji is taking advantage of the fact that Jungwon-ho is super exhausted, like just like a real Taekwondo match. That's the strategy.
Wow.
자, 지금 약간 앞으로 내려찍는 동작을 보여줬는데 정민재 선수가 일단 피했고요. 700대 500점 차이입니다. 500점 차이. 시간 없어요.
Oh, the difference is kind of huge.
Right.
Oh, and Jungwon-ho is catching up.
Will he be able to make a comeback?
Oh no! 정민지 took the head. Yes. And the game is over.
So 정민지 wins this round, and she's the overall victory. She's the overall winner. So
Even though there was a physical difference, you know, we didn't expect. Didn't expect 정민지 to win, but this is the, you know, this is VR world. So
yeah, no, I think it was really funny because in sprint vector, remember model Chaybini said she couldn't catch up to the male stamina, but as expected, these two professional Taekwondo players are athletes.
Right.
So both of them have good endurance and good stamina, and I think that was really, really good to see. Congrats to 정민지.
Right.
하지만 머지않은 미래에는 이제 VR로 아내에게 혼날 수 있는 그런 것 같습니다.
자, 어쨌든 오늘 태권도 VR을 여러분께 선보여드렸습니다.
So yes, we just showed you the Taekwondo VR, and even though there are many sport categories, we felt that it was more realistic, or it was easier to show you the more realistic aspect of Taekwondo to you.
그런 분들이랑 같이 대결도 펼칠 수 있는 그런 세계를 여러분들이 아주 조금 맛보여드리려고 했는데 이게 좀 차단이 오셨는지 모르겠네요.
And we were trying to show you that in the future you may be able to be just like the players right here, battling or competing with other players from all around the world within the sports Taekwondo. But I hope that feeling, that emotion that we were trying to show to you was delivered to you perfectly.
항상 당일되면 모든 시스템들이 긴장을 하잖아요. 그걸 제대로 보여드리지 못한 게 진짜 좀 아쉽긴 하네요.
저희가 이제 아무래도 VR에 최적화된 장소는 아니다 보니까 아무래도 좀 약간 예기치 못한 상황이 좀 있을 수 있습니다.
맞습니다.
양해 좀 부탁드릴게요.
그러게요. 예. 아마 저희가 계속해서 이
So we hope for your understanding that there may be some parts that are lacking or some parts that were a little bit abrupt or disruptive, and we hope that you understand because this is still at its testing stage, still at its beginning stage, not a completed final.
Right.
So yeah.
다양한 장르를 좀 보고 싶어요.
So we love to see a lot of different genres of, VR more, or like sports especially.
그 이상을 넘어가는 내가 체험하고 정말 느껴질 수 있는 아까 말씀해주신 정말 그 안마기 같은 그런 들어와줬으면 좋겠어요. 재밌을 것 같아요 좀 더.
So they'd like to, the casters would like to see some VR where you can like feel stuff, something like a massaging chair maybe, or a massager.
Yeah.
So you can actually get your massage through virtual reality. Let's meet the announcer with the interview. So we just met two players with multi-plays and left us a really good impression. So we'd like to say thank you for all your efforts. And Chung Won-ho player, I think your endurance went down a lot right now. Your stamina doesn't seem that good. How do you feel?
So there was no physical difference, and it was so fair. So that's why we ended up having this score.
And with the situation, Jung Min-ji player, in the real world, this wouldn't have happened. A male against female. How was it?
Yeah. I didn't have a fear of getting hit. That's why this game was more comfortable, and I could be aggressive.
Right, because you didn't have the fear of getting hit. You could play better, right? And you didn't use your fist that much.
Yeah, I only used the kick because the punch didn't give us more point. So was like a real battle against the virtual reality battle, was it like a bit similar? I get the feelings of getting hit and hit someone by feeling the vibration.
So it was unfortunate we couldn't see the spectators move, but like because we were watching it from your point of view, we felt that we could feel it more, like as if we were doing it ourselves. So, how did you feel the difference were between VR and like the real battle?
It was just like the Taekwondo match without getting hit.
So how do you feel like this VR game would be if you were to treat this as a training?
I think it's great for training Taekwondo.
Right, so Jungwon-oh player, during the game you were saying come in, come in. So what was the reason for doing that?
This is a virtual word, and that's why I think I lost because Chung Min-ji player did a high kick motion more than me. That's why I think I lost.
Yeah, so a lot of people, including me, fell into the beauty of Taekwondo. So would you please say a couple of words to the audience?
It's about training toe. So playing Taekwondo is really, really good for you.
그리고 이 VR 태권도를 통해서 해외에 있는 선수들이랑도 좀 실시간으로 겨루기가.
So through this VR, you might be able to face against people from all over the world in real time. So what do you feel about that?
I cannot actually meet these persons. So with the VR, I think I can play with them very well.
So I think this would be a great opportunity to introduce Taekwondo to everywhere in the world. So I'd like to thank both of you guys for all of your efforts for this demonstration.